Hey, what's going on? Levi,
Craig,
Soulful Growth.
and today we'll be doing a little bit of street therapy, talking about how the world is not original no more. Levi, give me a good input on your thoughts on that.
Okay. The best input that I can give you that I was thinking about while I was in the shower, it seems like everybody wants to do what everyone else is doing. Nobody's actually happy anymore. And they think they can find happiness in material gain. Or, hey, I can be happy when I got Gucci on my shirt. I can be happy when I'm wearing a Rolex.
Yeah.
I can be happy when, I got the damn Prada Chanel on, Man, that ain't gonna give you happiness.
No,
You're gonna
not
just
at
feel
all.
more damn empty. I mean, nobody's original anymore because they're afraid they're gonna be judged by the next person. Like, I see so much goofy shit online. I mean, just so much goofy stuff that it blows my mind sometimes. How I'm like, how I wonder, this is a big question that I have, where me and you, we're just original. You know what I mean? It's like one of one copy. Like they ain't another Craig, they ain't another Levi, nowhere else in the world. But if you actually look around and you see what most people are living, man, it's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. And I feel like a lot of these copies are just totally demon possessed at this point, man.
Makes sense.
Going back into the nobody's original. Well, yeah, nobody's original because I guess demons are all the same too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Demonic energy is all the same. There's just different frequencies of it. So it's like, okay, a demon is a demon is a demon is a demon, but there's just varying degrees of like how bad off the scale they are. We could talk about authenticity. Nobody's authentic anymore. Everybody's petty. Everybody's fake. Everybody wants to see who can be the worst to each other and then who can treat them the best. That's one thing I've noticed. People want to treat others like straight up shit. People want to be able to treat people like shit and then have other people treat them good.
Yep.
And it doesn't make any sense. It's like you trying to create some type of boundary like, oh, I'm not going for that. I don't deal with that. Really, it's a lot of women that do this, is what I've noticed. Men too, though. We're not discriminating, but I've noticed it more so in women. But everybody's doing it. It's like, oh, I want to go around being a shitbag, an OG shitbag, and then I want people to be able to treat me with respect. Well, it's like you don't respect yourself, or you wouldn't be treating people like that to begin with. So it's like it's impossible to have respect for somebody who doesn't even respect themselves. And after a while of dealing with this, and after a while of going through it, you begin to think you're crazy. Like sometimes I will be in the shower. This is no joke. About 30 minutes, an hour ago, I was in the shower and I thought, the world is so crazy that for you to live in it and for you to even think there's a hint of normalcy, that you have to be insane too. You have to be completely fucking insane to be making this world work for you at this point in time. You have to be insane. You've got to be out of your mind to even see any normalcy. So the actual sane people like me, like Craig, it will make you feel like, dude, I'm losing my mind trying to live in a world that's this upside down. That's what I was thinking. I was like, the way that the world is going, it's so mad, it'll literally make you feel like, man, I'm going crazy.
Yep.
But it really ain't you. It's really not you crazy. It's like you're looking around and noticing how crazy the world is, and it makes you feel crazy because you're like, how is nobody else noticing this?
I feel that.
Because they're lunatics.
I feel that 100%. And on top of that too, it's like, well, it was a story that I was gonna say about people trying to be like a Pacific person or something like that. I used to have this homegirl, and she ended up turning out to be gay. But they always said I was the one who roughened her up and everything else. But she was seeing basically how good my energy was, how good of a person I was, and I could tell that she was trying to basically mimic me and try to be the person that I am when she could have just been original.
Yeah.
But I guess she was just trying to do it better than me, but in her own way. So, she was just taking the things that I tell her, try to put on game about life and such for, some trust. I had trust in the person, so I tell her a whole lot of gems that a whole lot of people didn't know. So she was basically using that opportunity
to create a persona.
Yeah,
To create like, okay, well, I'm like Craig 2.0.
Yeah.
You know, even though I don't have the OG parts,
Yeah.
even though that I've got a feminine energy and that's what I need to stay in, I'm gonna try to be Craig 2.0 with my masculine little self.
Exactly. So she tried to take that a long way with her, and through relationships, through all types of situations, and I mean, I could tell. I mean, I could read right between the lines and stuff, but I don't think it helped worked out for her too well. But that just tells me personally that I do have an impact out here in the world, and
Yeah.
you know, people actually do listen. When I think people don't be listening, they actually probably are listening to me, and they just trying to.
They're trying to craft their persona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, she's out here. I mean, shout out to her. I ain't gonna give no specific name, but you know, just seeing people like that makes me feel that I do have a point here on earth, and you know, I feel like I'm more leveled up than certain people. Me and you both are. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like we're on a level that's, and this is no shade toward anybody, but we're on a level that is so far up that you do have people doing this. I'm glad you brought that up, because you do have people doing that, like trying to mimic you, like trying to take on certain aspects of you as their persona. But then when they realize that they don't have that leadership ability, they don't have that ability to actually affect the world around them we do, then what they do is they hate you.
Yep.
They literally hate you for
They
it.
do.
So they're like, okay, I can never, they finally get to a point where they're like, okay, I can never actually be Craig. I can take little parts of him that I've seen, harvest his energy and try to use it to be little Craig.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep, you got it down pat.
But then they finally get to a point where when it's them alone with their thoughts and with their actions, you know, they're sitting alone and they're really like, man, I'm not shit because this persona that I built is someone else entirely.
Exactly.
Then they're like, okay, so I don't know who I am. So now I hate the person who I got the stuff from.
Yep.
So it's like, forget that I got all this gold and these little gems from this person. Well, now I want to see them hurt. I want to see them suffer because I can't be them.
That's it.
So I've noticed a lot of the hate that we actually receive is literally in that same way. And
that's totally it right there.
That's the way that the world works.
And how the world works.
Yeah,
and how
that's one of the ways that the world is working right now.
I don't think it's gonna ever change neither. You know, I mean, hopefully it gets to a point in time later down the years to 2030s, hopefully 2040s, whatever. Hopefully I get to see that. But I feel like the world always gonna have that certain type of envy against certain individuals, and you know, the more babies they make out here, if they have that certain thing in their bloodline, I mean, it's gonna be people like that all around the world, more than it is now. If that
What do you
makes
mean
sense.
the thing in their bloodline?
Like just basically what I'm saying is like how their father or mother is. Like if they got sneaky ways or grimy ways and stuff, it's gonna be in that bloodline.
It's gonna percolate down,
and it's gonna just going and going. You know what I'm saying? That's hopefully people just get their shit together so we will have a nice peaceful world out here. But I mean, it's hard to. It's easier said than did.
It really is. And, you know, I know that what the root of this is it's demonic energy. It's there's more and more and more demonic energy literally coming up from hell, and it's infecting people. It's infecting people whose energy shields aren't up. And I even said this, you know, I was talking with Craig yesterday, and I had said, even my defenses have been down here lately. Even my energy shields have been felt like they can be permeated. They can be invaded in a way. You know, and I mean, I hate that, but at the same time, when I say my energy shields are down, they're certainly not down to the point where other people's are, like where they don't have any, you know, like I at least still do have something. I know you saw that too. So I feel like what's happening is energetically, it's rising up, and it's like people are getting snatched out here. It's like that movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's a great quote in that movie where the wife, she gets, you know, body snatched or whatever. And she looks at the husband and he's like, we got to go. And she's like, where are you going to go? Where are you going to run? Because we're everywhere. And that's what it feels like that we're having to live with in this 2025 season out here. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, and anywhere you go, you're going to face these problems. It's all out war, just like our last video or a couple of videos ago. All out spiritual war. That's what's happening right now in the earth. You know, and it's, man, y'all need to gird up out here. Stay prayed up for real. Stay on your fasting game. Stay on the prayer, man. Get in the scripture. I implore you. I beg you. I feel like time is shorter now than ever. We're like right in the shadow of the tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that information what you will. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, leave us a comment. If you want to, email us. We always leave our emails in the description. Rarely ever do we get an email. So, you know.
Support the hustle, man. Just support the group. We'll support y'all. We're going to keep doing the videos regardless, but just stay tuned in with us. Watch us elevate, because the ones who gave up on us, basically, they're going to regret it at the end of the day, because we really going to make something out of our lives out here.
Absolutely. You know? We don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
We are the chosen. Hey, everybody out there, God bless.